State Racers are joining us now on the 2022 Ohio Valley Conference Football Media Day, presented. Glad to have you in person.
Great to be here.
Yeah. Are you excited about this season from the standpoint that maybe we're kind of close to that normal?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we talk about, the season, there's two things that get you excited. One is just grateful for normal. I think our guys are excited that, we had a normal winter conditioning after the season was over. We had normal spring ball, went home and, spent some vacation time, with the family, and then came back. We're doing summer training right now and going to go into a normal fall, and and then also excited just about the challenge, of the schedule.
For you two, is punishment running the steps at Stewart Stadium as steep as it is?
It's pretty steep up there.
It's really steep.
Yeah, they're really steep. That's why you got to make sure you go in the press box and hit giddy up. It'll take you to the top floor. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'll give Dave a hard time about that as well. Coach, you've been around the league a while, a couple different stops. What's different about Murray State?
Murray is just unbelievable as far as a community. I mean, our community is unreal. Administration, kind of the overriding theme is just a caring for people. Whether that's a math professor, the head of the engineering department, our president, Bob Jackson, somebody in the community owns a restaurant. It's just the whole area, administration, coaches, our academic people, strength coach, just everybody. They do their job well, but they also they care about people.
Levi, quite a journey to be here at Media Days with us, from walk-on to all conference. Kind of talk us through that.
I've been blessed. God's blessed me in a lot of different ways, and He's blessed me with hard work and being able to wake up every day and be able to go to that grind. And just, if it wasn't for Him in my life and living through Him, and maybe this is what I'm supposed to do, finding your purpose in life. But I think Him just giving me the strength and willpower to get up and go through it has been the biggest factor.
I think it's important for me to kind of step back to a dark time, and that's early December in your hometown. I want to talk a little bit about the impact of that tornado and just how devastating. I'm at a loss for words still 8 months later.
It's just gone. It's gone. The place you grew up, you drove through town, you drove through the court square, you could make a big loop. Everything was there, and now it's just, you can't even drive through town anymore. A lot's changed, and just adapting with it and taking it and trying to grow it back day by day.
Quinaz, I've been teasing all the DBs today, so I got to pick on you too. That's a lot of tackles for a DB. You coming downhill a little bit? What's going on?
Yeah, we're going to be coming downhill a lot this
year. Talk about your enjoyment and comfort in playing at that position.
I've always been a DB. In high school, I played a little offense, receiver, kind of all over the place. But when I got to college, I really locked primarily on defensive back and making plays in defensive end. I love being a DB. You get to change the possession of the game and give your team utmost. They have more to go forward after you get a turnover. That's the best feeling for me.
Talk about your decision, and I'm sure some of the factors Coach played into it. Your decision to go to Murray State.
Coming from Alabama, I didn't know Murray State existed, honestly. I got a call and saying, we're an hour away from Clarksville. I'm like, where's Clarksville? I never been up north. My family, we never really traveled that much. So when I came to Murray State on my visit, I was welcomed with open arms. I really love the place. I love the people in the community. Like Levi, he's a great guy. He's from the community. I love him. I love everybody on the team. We're like a big family, really.
That question is almost hard to ask Levi, but I've got to. I mean, there's not much geography between Mayfield and Murray, but I am interested in your decision for Murray State.
Coming out of high school, I knew I wanted to be an ag student.
There you go.
I like Dr. Brandon. I've known Dr. Brandon all my life, but he's that was the main reason why I went at first. I walked on, and I knew I wanted to be an ag student, and that was the big factor why I went. And also because my mom and dad, they graduated at Murray State, and so did my granddad. So just kind of taking it on down the line, I guess.
That's an incredible legacy. That is really good stuff. Coach, somebody once told me in this league, if you keep that horse from running the track, you're going to be successful at Stewart State, right, guys? You agree with it. What's got to happen this season for you to be successful?
I think the first thing is, and our guys talked about it a little bit earlier today, we got a great group of seniors, got 15 seniors, but we had 16 seniors the year before. We had 11 guys enter the portal. We had 8 guys decide to not play football and had eligibility left. So you're talking about 35 new faces out there. And so what's got to happen is, what's been happening with these guys is all these new guys, teaching them the culture, teaching them the racer way. And they're doing a great job with it, holding their brother accountable to a high standard, and doing that the right way. Holding them accountable in love, and that's what's got to happen, because you got a great senior class of 15. But you can't win a football game with 15 guys. You got to get the other guys on board, and they've done an awesome job with making progress in that.
Talk a bit about your schedule.
Yeah, schedule is we open up 3 FBS opponents. Yep. And then we start conference play, and then right after that we jump in and play Southland Conference team, and then November. Then we finish out with conference, and I think in November we play Robert Morris. So we are it's going to be a challenge. Lindenwood addition to the OVC, I think makes it stronger. And then the OVC always is parity. You never know who's going to jump up and be the good team, be the team to beat. You got to bring it week to week.
Your quarterback situation seems to kind of have crystallized.
Yeah, we had Preston coming back, and he had a great spring. Fall was looking much the same. Got an injury. DJ Williams came in and never gave up the reins. And went on to become freshman of the year in the OVC. And we're good behind them. Talk about Mayfield. We got Jaden Stinson, a young man from Mayfield, a backup guy there. And then we signed Isaac McNamee, a young man out of Pikeville, won a state championship. So we're young. With DJ leading the way. Those other guys behind him are young, but we feel like we're talented and got a lot of confidence. In the guys that are behind them as well.
I'm gonna flip roles, and I'm gonna make you 2 recruiter. Give me the pitch from Murray State. You're talking to an 18-year-old, 17-year-old in high school. What are you saying to him?
To come to Murray?
Yes, sir.
To come to Murray, I'll talk to a 17, 18-year-old. I'll tell him that Murray is a place for you to fit in at. Like, you can't be wrong, you coming to Murray. Murray is gonna, like I said, the town is gonna welcome you in. Everyone is friendly. Coming to school, it's a great school. It's a great school. You can learn, you'll be focused, you'll be moderate. You can just make your dreams come true in Murray, honestly. If you keep your head on strong, it's not hard to keep your head strong in Murray, because the place is it's a very safe place to be. It's very safe. Their parents always ask about that. How is the place safe? That's the main thing. For me, coming from where I'm from, it's not really safe, and being in Murray is a safe haven. And I'm sure talking to a 17 or 18-year-old, they'll like to hear that.
That's quiet but powerful, really is. Levi, your story, we learned so much about it, but you've been perfecting this for a while too, so go ahead.
Just being close to home, but I think it's a home field. I think our football team, I think you come in on the first day and know how big of a family it is. And me and Pig were just talking about this, and how Murray, you don't have to lock your door. People always out there. People are asking how you are. They know who you are. They're invested in what's going on at Murray. The people that live in Murray, and I think it's just an atmosphere where everybody feels welcome, and it's just a great place to be at.
Okay, so since you went there and gave his nickname, Pig, you're going to have to explain the basis of that.
I can't remember. I don't remember how Pig got his. Pig needs to tell how.
Do
Pig
you
got
know?
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I am a twin.
Okay.
I have a twin brother. But when I was born, I was a little I was a little bigger as a little baby, so my mom called me Pig because I like to eat a lot.
I see no example of that now.
Yeah, it's not
How'd
here
you
now.
manage that?
I don't know where it went.
When they call coaching my age Pig, that means it has a different connotation, okay? Okay, well, great then. I have to ask you this question because I think it's kind of fun. What's it like coaching football at a, quote, basketball school? I'm sure you get that question all the time.
Well, you know, we love the basketball team, and our guys love going. Got a great arena, great tradition, you know, and it was so exciting when, you know, winning 30 ball games last year. You know, really thought we were going to be the Cinderella, you know, story of the tournament. You know, just watching those guys play, they did an incredible job. But you know, it just feeds us when any team is doing good. You know, it feeds us as a football team. We really have a family atmosphere amongst all the sports. We were talking about it earlier. I mean, we'll be on a football field, and while we're warming up in one end, you know, maybe the baseball field's a little bit wet, you know, so Dan will say, hey, can our pitchers, you know, get warmed up in the other end zone? So, you know, we'll have baseball team out there warming up. We'll have track, you know, working,
Sure.
running around the track, doing hurdles, you know, all kinds of stuff right while we're, you know, practicing. So it's very different at Murray in that you have everybody is cheering for everybody, you know, because we're around each other. You know, we see it. We're right there, and there's just a closeness and kind of a family tie, you know, amongst all the sports.
And my guess is that's a big part of the reason you're there.
Yeah, no question. Love it. I mean, it's just, you know, some people might look at it as a, you know, advantage. Hey, you got to share the, you know, while they're running around the track, you're practicing, and you let those guys warm up over there on the football field. I love it. I think it just breeds, you know, some strength amongst your athletes to go and support the other teams.
Coach Dean Hood, the big old lineman, Levi Nesler, and not the newly named Pig Turner, but that's the nickname. It's been with him for a while, Quinaz Turner. Thanks to all three of them from Murray State for joining us, and I believe that's a wrap. Coach Hood, greater media here in a little while, not this hard grilling session he got here, and he'll take these two fine student athletes along with him. Ohio Valley Conference Media Day.